Hey, so a little bit different. I'm going to go through the TryHackMe Room PS Eclipse, and that's because I'm going through the SOC 101 courses, and this is just a part of like the additional um, resources, I don't know, that they provided at the end of the lessons. I'm going to go through this today because it's the first TryHackMe Room that's in the list down there. And I don't know if this is PS Eclipse. I've already got the lab started. The instance of Splunk is running, and we've got our index. I think it was main. But we've got the main index up, and we're searching for all time. The scenario is you are a SOC analyst for an MSSP, managed security service provider company called TryHackMe. A customer sent an email asking for an analyst to investigate the events that occurred on Keegan's machine on Monday, May 16th, 2022. So I need to search for this date. The client noted that the machine is operational, but some files have a weird extension. The client is worried that there was a ransomware attempt on Keegan's device. Your manager has asked you to check for the events in Splunk to determine what occurred in Keegan's device. Happy hunting. So I guess I'm going to start off by editing the date, huh? So I've only done one thing in Splunk and one training, one lab between. So I'm gonna have to probably look up information about commands. I also have some notes from the actual lab, and I don't know, just talking. Assuming this is the right time. 025. I guess this is fine. We'll find out in a second if this is how you search for an entire day, and it seems to be. So the first question is, a suspicious binary was downloaded to the endpoint. What was the name of the binary? And we're also looking for Keegan's machine. Let's see if we can find a way to search. Yes, here we go. So users, and we're interested in Keegan. So let's add him up here as a user, and here's his endpoint. User. So the desktop is desktop TB v8, and then I'm interested in requests. Downloads. I would think that I would be able to search for like a GET request, perhaps. And yeah, or PowerShell. That's true. That's true. We could be looking for something like maybe invoke web requests or something similar. Maybe see something like cert util. I wish I knew how to sort through data better. So maybe we don't. Maybe we can I look for commands? One sec. I absolutely forgot to pull up my notes on all of this, so let's see. Okay, so I got my notes up. I moved them to my other monitor, but I finally found the location. At least the location that I have a very few amount of commands and examples on. So the whole idea now is that we're looking for executables, I assume, and I'm It's not exactly sure how to do that. Maybe I can just, I think that it takes examples like this. Can I search for all entries for exe? And I can. This doesn't really narrow it down that much. Search for certutil. IWR. Invoke. Okay. What else? I get the whole .exe thing because we want executables. Actually, this may not be appropriate because it's just going to, I guess, bring back executable. It's not gonna, like, it's not gonna show any downloads. Maybe, is it possible? Gosh. Check out our fields again. More fields. Logon name. Just kind of hoping I would see something along the lines of requests. Executable. PowerShell. PowerShell. And now what I want. I want the command that was actually run. Windows sysmon operational sysmon. Going to try. See if we can find some documentation. Again, suspicious binary was downloaded to the endpoint. What was the name of the binary? And right now, looking at the image field, I don't even think that that's like necessary. I also don't know where these logs are all coming from. I see sysmon. image hashes, source name. Okay, so it's all sysmon. Okay, so to save some time, I'm going to, as I do like research or whatever, at least to get to like certain stages, I'll probably pause just to make it so it's not incredibly long. Anyway, I'm right now. I think that maybe we could look for a file create event ID and sysmon event ID 11. It's file create, so maybe we can search through event code. It's equal to 11. Maybe. And then hopefully this will narrow it down a little bit. Again, I assume that all of these would be file creations. And maybe that would lead me to the actual file on system. Can I see more about this? The answer is no. Startup profile data, no interactive. User main. Close this out. Okay. So maybe this was the right track. We can. I'm assuming that this is the file that we're going to be looking for. Outstanding gutter.exe, primarily because of the formatting here. Okay. It looks like outstanding gutters was the answer. It was the binary. And now I'm kind of thinking that I need to get something up, a text editor up that I can start. Let's make a new file. Tracking this information. So a couple things. I track event date and username, the computer name, which we can get episodes. Here is the host name. Have a time. An approximate time. And this is actually file creation time for this binary that was downloaded through this. And I'd target file name, UTC, user desktop. I want like the full command. I wonder if that's even. I just wonder if that's possible. Possible to see. I mean, this is good, right? So we know that we search for event ID 11, sysmon file creation log. I guess this is fine for now. I think that I am interested that it was PowerShell. And this may be wrong. And probably not a great way to time creation, file creation time. Okay. It's a start though. What else do we have here? Startup profile data, non-interactive. I don't know. So we could have seen it from here. Whoa, why are there like, it says count 3? Oh, maybe there was like a creation deletion. No, these are all creation events. $13.22, $6.29, $6.32. I guess we can take all of these times. I know that this might be for our benefit that they've like done it this many times, or maybe this actually this many events actually occurred in that time. But I think it's good for us to have the approximate time for each. And our next question. What is the address the binary was downloaded from? Add HTTP to your answer and define the URL. Okay, so I do kind of want how about this? Can we search for the nearby? Yeah, plus or minus. Come back. Plus or minus 5 minutes. And then let's kind of remove some of this out of here. We'll move the event out. I guess we know it was created using PowerShell. And here we go. This looks very suspicious. So they're PowerShell with the execution bypass, and then we've got the base64 encoded string. So we should be able to take this and echo it into base64-D. So disable real-time monitoring, true, and then they're double getting. Yeah, okay. So now what we can do with this, now that we have this, is head over to CyberChef. And I clicked on decode there, but what we're going to do is use the defang recipe, defang. Awesome. And now we have our defanged URL. And it does not like that. I get it still wants these that fine? This doesn't feel very defanged. Add HTTP to your answer and defang the URL. Does it want it like this? Okay. Let's pull this hint up. CyberChef can help defang. Yeah, I know. This is it. This is where the request was. Okay, so what's the problem? Are these different in some way? CIA, CIA. Uh-huh. I created a scheduled task. Awesome. On event application. Run. I mean, I'm not. Maybe I'm not understanding the question. What is the address the binary was downloaded from? Add HTTP, and then we have it. I guess we can try this. Not sure what this format is. My guy. Alright, when I figure out the format, I'll unpause. Okay, I've reread the question. What is the address the binary was downloaded from? It's not like asking for the entire path, it's asking for binary itself, right? Or not the binary, it's asking for the URL exclusively. That's it. What Windows executable was used to download the suspicious binary? And so here's something that we need to do first. Let's take note of this. PowerShell was used to download the outstanding gutter.exe binary using a wget using wget. And the full path, which we've already taken note of. Excellent. Awesome. And then what command was executed to configure the suspicious binary to run with elevated privileges? What command was executed to configure the suspicious binary to run with elevated privileges? Something else we may need to go ahead and take out is this, so that we don't have to do it again, which is, fine. And we can do is take this and then just, instead of having that there, now, yeah, whatever, we'll go with the defanged URL. So, what was the question again? What command was executed to feed the suspicious binary to run with elevated privileges? And Is it specifically does it want this entire thing? Are you system F? I don't think that. F if semicolon if da, 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 da. What is system event ID? Event ID 777. Is that what it was? It was 777. So it's like application's image successfully dumped. The connection attempt failed. Certificate request extension was made. Awesome. Which should you believe? This event is logged when application image is successfully dumped. This is a normal condition. Takes us to Microsoft. 777. COM general functionality. COM plus applications use Microsoft Object Model technology. Application image successfully dumped. Okay. What commandments executed configure the specific binary to run with elevated privileges? Does it want this entire thing? It may. Bro. C temp. Alright. Again, when I see when I figure out the format. See ya. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so out file. There's the file. Here's the start of the command. right? Schedule task. We're creating. Let's pull up schedule tasks. Commands. We're interested in creating. TN, so we have the task name. So create. And TN task name. And it's the binary name. Then TR is task run. Specifies the program or command that the task runs. So that makes sense. TR, and then it's run binary name.exe. SC is schedule type. One event. This specifies that the task runs based on an event that matches information from the system event log, including the event ID. Okay. So we've got that. And that is dash SC, TR, TN, task name, schedule type, create schedule task. EC is application. EC specifies the event channel name triggered by the one event schedule type that matches a system event log. Okay. MO. Modifiers. We're using the event ID of, I assume this is like all event IDs, all system event IDs. That. Modifiers. See if there's any more than one explanation here. Oh shit, there are a lot of instances here. Okay. We'll just call it modifiers / mo modifier, which for us is event ID 777. And then it's going to run as this example uses the run as system parameter to specify the system security context. Because system tasks don't use a password, the RP parameter is left out. Lovely. Good explanation though. I would like to see the original, the task to run with user permissions. Attack. Oh, there it is. Okay. Domain, user, or system. This is kind of a lot, but that's okay. And then in our case, of course, it's system. /F. Like a force. This has to create the task and suppress warnings. Cool. Okay. All of that to say, that the answer, which we've had, is not that. What about this? Let's look at it. We add it on quotes. Nope. It is C / outstanding getter.exe. Oh, okay. How about this? Oh my god. C Windows System 32. Maybe it's in System 32. Oh, we got it. Okay, cool. Oh, it added. It like overwrote the answer. Here's the next question. What command was executed to schedule the suspicious binary? So, what about this? Schedule tasks. And Jesus, is this what it wanted? Likely, right. Well, no. This is the full command. Here we go. A couple events down. Right. Command line. And there it is. So we could have easily just searched for that. Schedule tasks. Anyway, we figured out one way or the other. And we learned a little something for our notes. What permissions will the suspicious binary run as? Format user command line. What was the command to run the binary with elevated privileges? In T authority system? Is that what it's wanting? authority system, scheduled task, the path, this. So it's going to want C, Windows, System 32, scheduled tasks, .exe, that crap. Whoa! Okay, so that means that we should be able to see this in Splunk somewhere. So we've got that. I also want to see NT authority system. I didn't close that quote. I guess we're supposed to just know that. Likely. We can see it's running a system. Unless it triggered at some point, and then and it's pretty likely that it did. Maybe this is the trigger event. No, it's not, but because it's got the create in it. So we're not super interested in that. Users. I was hoping it would actually tell us somewhere, and maybe it does. I'm just not not translated. Or show me the seed. Show me the SID if you don't know the user. Anyway, it's fine. We can move on. Let's move back. The suspicious binary connected to a remote server. What address did it connect to? Okay. So we're not interested in that anymore. Now we want to start looking out for the gutter. And we need to expand our range again, I think. We probably could probably have just limited it. 23, 59. Sure. Fine. Probably could have kept a similar time frame, and only limited it a little bit. Expanded my time range. So again, we want to know where it called out to. We want outbound requests. Question is, how can we get there? Here's what we know. We know the image path, right? So what if image path equals this? No? Wait. Okay. No. Truthfully, we're not super interested in that. Interested in this. And connections. And this is all that we're getting now. 16 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Let's just get everything. Kind of figured that if it would run, then we could see it as the parent process. That's PowerShell. And maybe so like sure it executed as, or it started off with Keegan. Yeah, okay. Cool. So this is, I think, the right track. Question is, can I now search for this? I want to add this to my process image into authority system TCP source destination IP. Okay, cool. So let's try this again. Image path is equal to this crap. Okay, image is image. Give me something. Image. Yes, please show me how to actually say this. Okay, there's my problem. I wasn't, I guess, escaping the backslash, so I wasn't searching for it properly. And then, can we do sources? About source IP? Source? IP source? Destination? Destination IP? Yeah. Okay, okay. What was the question? Suspicious binary connected to a remote server. What address did it connect to? So we actually have 3 destination IPs. Four four three. So let's try this. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're searching for that already. So let's search for destination IPs and then hostname. I was actually hoping that it would resolve to something. I guess we could do it. AWS. Um, sure, let's do this. So we've got the destination ports locked in. 443. So it is connecting over HTTPS. I mean, right. It does want um, resolved hostname, which values. Let's check this out. Rule network connect. Technique name masquerading. Interesting. Oh. You know what? Or maybe we don't? I was gonna say maybe we know exactly where it goes, but maybe we don't. Um, this is the IP already. How did it want the format earlier? Okay. I definitely assumed that let's remove this and just have still no hostname. Um, let's remove the destination again. It's gonna be based on this. Uh, This doesn't feel like a very efficient way to search through data. Process ID, text. Hmm. For event types. Oh. Event type is for. Gotcha. We have 5 IPs. With multiple event types. Pull up my sock stuff. See if we can determine what these event types are. Or whatever. Let's click on them. 1. Event type 1. And line, directory, parent process, parent. Okay. Event ID 1 is process creation, and I already see here we have an event ID of 22, and we saw event ID 22 earlier. So event ID 22 is DNS event, DNS query. So let's get rid of this. Actually, let's just search for 22s. And here we go. Query name. There we go. Awesome. We find that query name. Query name. Okay, of course. Anyway, what we needed to search for was a DNS event. So let's take this. We'll add it to search so that I can grab it, because I don't really not having the easiest time. So anyway, there we go. There's that, and there's that. And there's this. Searching for DNS events that occurred, whatever, DNS events after a binary name.exe execution, which we found here. And I'm going to take the, I guess we need to make sure that this is even right. My mouse died. Excellent. Hello, mouse. Thank you. And we need to add HTTP HXX. There we go. Okay. And then a PowerShell script was downloaded to the same location as a suspicious binary. What was the name of the file? So then we can probably just look into ctemp and see what all was there. But let's get our event first to keep track of that. And I should have been typing. I should have been doing this the entire time because it's important. I think it would be important to me for somebody to follow along with me if I have the actual command that I ran to help them locate the event. So I think that would make the most sense, and I think that when the report comes, I think that this is what's going to be asked for, right? Like exact commands so that you can determine what's what and how you even got the information. So this is cool. That's cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. And the next question is has to do with another binary that was downloaded in the same location. So outstanding. So my thought was maybe I could just search for image path of C Windows temp or image, whatever. And can I do an asterisk for wildcard? I can, awesome. And then hopefully we can see other types of events. So even there, we only saw two images that matched this. So I'm going to assume that this is the file, and it's not. Okay. PowerShell script was downloaded to the same location as a binary. Oh, a PowerShell script. A PowerShell script. I search for PowerShell scripts. So let's remove this, and then let's search for .ps1s. No. Okay. Let's just go back to ctemp then. So maybe my thinking is flawed. If nothing else, I would really assume can I just pull back everything that was in here? No. Okay. What about this? And then we search for the file type. Okay. Awesome. Love that. What if we just search for all PowerShell scripts? Okay. I see the flaw in my logic again. Okay, let's go back. So it may not be called image, right? But it will be this path. So potentially we can pull this back. Right. Awesome. Excellent. Cool. I love this. This is great. This is great. So we were able to locate the PowerShell script file in our directory here. Script.ps1. And I would be more interested in, like right now we're kind of just following along with this, and maybe we should be thinking these things anyway, right? Like, was something downloaded? Was something downloaded? Was something downloaded? Where did it come from? Where is it going? What process was started? What is it doing? So on and so forth, over and over and over again, right? But I think I would be interested in digging even deeper, and it might be like once we were able to get maybe we search for outstanding gutter, then we find like a process ID, and we kind of follow the process ID through, and then at some point it's going to send a download request. But I guess it is good that we search in the same, directory, right? Like just to see if there is anything else suspicious in that location. Maybe that's something good to remember. A malicious script was flagged as malicious. What do you think was the actual name of the malicious script? A malicious script was flagged as malicious. What do you think the actual name of the malicious script was? I don't know. Do I have something for... Do I have an event ID in my notes that's related to an event? The malicious script was flagged as malicious. What do you think was the actual name of the malicious script? Oh. Are you saying that this was flagged as malicious? And asking what the actual name was? Is that the actual name? We're seeing a lot of variations here. Script.ps1. Script, policy test, policy test, policy test. 3 different things there for policy tests. Can I see? I don't want policy tests. I want to check this out. Event code 23. Had a problem opening event log. File delete. Okay. Need to add this to my notes. Okay. Please stop it. Target file name. I guess. Can we search for file creations? Which is what? Event code 22? No, event code what? 11? It's file create. We've got nothing. What if we... I mean, it's going to be in temp, right? Event code equals 11. We just get nothing. Okay. So my answer is no. Sysmon what? So I've got something in my note actually for event ID, event code 29. Let's go back. Script.ps1. Event code 29 is file executable detected, created when sysmon detects new creation of file on the system, logs user and program that created the event. So here's the next question. Can I just kind of get rid of some of this? Do we have any 29s? Event code 29. Okay, so the answer is no. Or maybe it's just event. Outstanding. A lot of outstandings. .ps1. We've got our script. We see all these other scripts, but how to follow. Target file name. I'll create. But like the question, the malicious file was flagged as malicious. What do you think was the actual name of the malicious script? Makes me think that's something, I don't know, we'll just say Defender. Got to it. Beforehand. And if it was able to, here's the next question. Can I pull back? Add. You just do this. Target file name. We have two events. I want like a file hash. Is that possible? Hash. Hashes, hello. Okay, so it must be in this one then. And we have several hashes here. Awesome. So let's take this. SHA-1 hash. And let's search on virus total. We'll just pop it into there. And we should retrieve a list of names that have been identified with this ransomware. Okay. With this long string, we're seeing Black Sun, GRS, Black Sun, a lot of details. And here we go. We have alternative names for it. We know that the question is short, the answer is short, so let's go with blacksun.ps1. Okay. So let's recap. Actually, so let's grab this hash information. Because we would want that. And the thing that really led us here was this. And then we want to add hashes. There we go. Cool. Next main. I guess we can get rid of this. Checking for hash value of script.ps1 and searching for hash name and virus total. Led to file. This is not how you would probably say this, but I'm going to say file attribution, file name attribution, file name. Sure, file name of blacksun.ps1. Cool. And what now? What now? A ransomware note was saved to disk, which can serve as an indicator of compromise. What is the full path to the ransom note was saved? So can we look for... Again, I don't think this is how you look for it. Maybe it is event code. What about event? Come on! How does it not add to search? It is event code. And again, file creation is 11. All text, awesome. And I think it's safe to say that. So again, we're looking at the file creation event, and then we're looking for text files in suspicious locations, which of course, a suspicious location is maybe not the best way to say this. It's named similarly. It's called Black Sun README, so I think I can safely assume that this is the actual path. Cool. And then the script saved an image file to disk to replace the user's desktop wallpaper, which can also serve as an indicator of compromise. What is the full name of the image? JPG, PNG, Windows wallpaper. You know what? We probably don't need to do that. We have this path here. So what if we searched for everything? Well, actually, I mean, we kind of already got this, so what if we just search for PNG, JPG? Okay, Black Sun, here it is. This has to be it. Because again, it's a file creation, so okay. Man, Splunk is. I know that there has to be better ways to go about the information, to gather information. That was, I don't know if it was decent, I suppose, but the thing is, I think that I would have trouble with if I wasn't following essentially a prompt is, identifying, continuing along these lines. And I suppose the ideal situation would have been to edit the time to more closely, I don't know, that's hard to say. I was gonna say fall in this time frame, but I don't know, they could be moving slowly, but I guess once the script is executing, it's all going to happen relatively quick. So like, probably like anywhere between 5 and 30 minutes would probably be a good time frame. 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after. Maybe that would have helped to kind of narrow it down, or just help narrow down like what I was looking for per se. So we did this, and then we were able to locate target file name of C users pictures blacksun.jpg JPG Anyway, I don't know. Hope you found this helpful. It's different. It's different. It's different. It's different. So, goodbye.